And the winner of the PFAI Ireland Manager of the Year is, oh, great surprises here, Stephen Kenny.
Stephen, congratulations. Actually, just hang on to that microphone, because I was just talk about a personalised award. You're actually? Can people see that you're actually on this? That's definitely you. That's brilliant.
I don't think my wife and kids will be too happy looking at that on the mantelpiece. To see enough, I think.
You don't have to put it on the mantelpiece. Listen, you know the year you've had, the double, like, it's as good as it gets. You've had another fantastic season with this club.
Yeah, it's been an amazing season, really. But I just want to say that 17 years ago, Sean Kavanagh from the Big Issue contacted me in relation to the homeless street leagues, right? And I think one of the things that they've run really successfully over the last few years is the homeless street leagues. And Thomas Morgan, who's obviously been a great Irish captain, is captain of the homeless team now in Mexico at the World Cup at the moment. And I think the women's team, they were honoured in the Mansion House recently there, and the leagues are, you know, the work that they do, that Sean Kavanagh does, and all of the volunteers around it, I've just tremendous admiration for them. You know, I think it's becoming a much bigger issue. Unfortunately, more participants than ever. I think when you talk about real heroes in society, you think about Father Peter McVerry. You think, well, you know, the work that he does, and I do think, you know, he calls for the government to act as if it's a national emergency. You're talking about hotel rooms. We could come here even 3 or 4 years ago and pay 100 quid for a hotel room locally. Tonight, for anyone, it's 300 quid. And I think, imagine, you know, if you're homeless, what chance have you got? You know what I mean? And I do think that it used to be people with addictions and that were homeless, or people with issues. Now it's just families, normal families just can't afford the rent. And I think it's a massive, massive issue. And I think, you know, I think the fact that it's not been treated as a national emergency, as Father McVerry suggests it should be, is absolutely, you know, is a big disappointment.
Do you know what? Asking you about football and winning the double kind of seems a bit irrelevant now after what you've just said. I wasn't expecting you to say that, but you've said it beautifully and very powerfully. And look, we have, as you mentioned with Thomas, the football family, sorry about that noise, is playing its part in trying to help.
Yeah, there's a lot of great volunteers who no one, you know, their names are never mentioned, but they volunteer and they give up their time and they help people. And the whole idea of the Homeless World Cup is that you can only ever represent Ireland for 1 year, because you're hoping that's all it ever is. You're only hoping it's 1 year, and you can only ever represent it. But that's it. But getting back to Dundalk, yeah. As you said, right? But I think. I do think you're right. For me, it's been, first of all, to be voted by fellow managers is a great honour, and I think you know, it's a great honour. For me to manage the group of players that I do is just a real privilege to come in every day, to see how hard they work, to see the level of professionalism, to see the standards that they set themselves, to see how the desire that they have every single day. They want to get better, and they push the boundaries out in order to do that. And I think for me, that's a privilege to come in and work in that environment. So I consider myself fortunate in that regard.
Indeed, but there is one thing, just maybe to finish on, that it's slightly sideways, and you know, with winning the double, with the battle with Cork and all that stuff, the battles with Cork. I read some comments from you not so long ago where you were, and I just want you to address them again if you wouldn't mind, because you were very strong on some people running down the technical ability of our players. And this is something that you feel very strongly about. So just remind us what you said. I think I read it in the paper.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I wouldn't like to preach or pontificate to anyone. I think it's all about football is all about opinions, and there's a vast range of opinions about the game itself. I wouldn't like to do that, but I do think there's a new breed of coaches who I see right throughout the league and throughout the underage leagues, under 15s, 17s, 19s, under 13s now coming on board, and they're thinking about the game differently. And I think we do traditionally, Irish coaches and football in Ireland, we put limits on how we play. We traditionally tie ourselves in tactical straitjacket, if you like. I think definitely we must trust the talent of the players, really good technical players in this country at all levels, and we must encourage them to express themselves in the way that they can. And if there is that conviction in what you do, you can achieve amazing things. That's the way I definitely feel about it. But that's just my viewpoint.
Yeah, okay, that was exactly what I wanted you to share with everybody here. Congratulations on the year you had and on your team. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Stephen Kenny, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Swap you. You hang on to that. Thanks, Stephen. Cheers.